the lane assignments as we sit here at Resort World in Las Vegas. An absolutely iconic setup, an absolutely iconic place for sport. You see lane 1, lane 2, lane 3, lane 4, Fred Kerley. He steps into the spotlight. And do not miss, let me revisit lane 2, Emmanuel Matadi, who finished second in the first heat behind Fred Kerley.
I was born in Liberia originally. We had a civil war. The mindset coming over from a country that is war-torn, either it makes you or it breaks you. Representing Liberia at 2016 Rio Olympic Games. And I was a flag bearer as well. It was an amazing honor. Now I'm here, 34 years old, about to be 35, getting old, but still running, still steaming through it. I give my life so much to the sport, and it became a point where it wasn't giving nothing back. I was like top 8 in the world going to the Olympic Games. And when it sounded like to re-sign with a contract, he said, oh, you're a little old now. I joined because I'm really trying to change the views of how people perceive performance enhancements. It's rare that you have a chance to be part of a group of people that might switch the direction of something. It's a big decision, so you actually got to think about it and really have real conversations with the doctors and based off your own blood work to say, hey, how possible is this for me, right? And how possible am I going to be affected by the side effects, you know? Just really have that meeting and learn what I have to take and just get her going and shoot and start running and racing. You have a real opportunity to pay your last dues of your sport to really make something new happen. Vegas, here I come.
That is just one phenomenal story in a world filled with them. That's Marvin Bracey right there, locking in, getting his mind right. The athletes are spiking up. They are locked in. They are ready to run personal best, if not national records. Be on the lookout for 2 individual athletes. That's Emmanuel Matadi, his personal best of 9.91. That's a record for his country. And Fred Kerley, he called out Usain Bolt, but let's see if he can back it up on the track. Here are the intros.
And now, our final track event of the night. It's time to meet our athletes for the men's 100-meter sprint. From Germany, an NCAA champion in the 4x100-meter relay and an NCAA All-American in the 200 meters, Mike Bryan. From Liberia, a 3-time Olympian and Liberian national record holder for the 100 meters, Emmanuel Matadi. From France, a 7-time French national champion and European Team Championships winner and bronze medalist, Mahamadou Fall. From the United States, a 2-time Olympian, 2-time world relay champion, and world champion at the 100 meters, Fred Kerley. From the United Kingdom, a World Championships bronze medalist in the 4x100 meter relay, and a European Championship silver medalist in the 100 meters, Reese Prescott. From the United States, a 2-time World Championship silver medalist and World Indoor Championship silver medalist, Marvin Bracey Williams. Fans, your men's 100-meter sprint competitors.
There they are. I mean, this is it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment, quite literally, we have all been waiting for. Turn your volumes up, relax into your seats, lock in, and let's get it going. Join still with Brian Johnson. Brian, we got 2 events left. The fastest dudes on the planet are about to take onto the track again to sprint. What do you hope for these individuals?
You know, if we zoom out, the Enhanced Games has done something new, right? They started something methodical, scientific. They took banned substances, they made them so they're accessible to the athletes. They gave them protocols, medical care, the best measurement they've ever received, and they allowed them to compete. So whether world record happens tonight, it doesn't really matter. They've introduced something new in the world of sports that has been taboo.
Yeah. Getting us to Fred Kerley, because this is one of the biggest names in all of the sport, one of the most polarizing names in all of the sport. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are not familiar with Fred Kerley, allow me to introduce you to him. Sub 44 in the 400 meters, that's incredibly hard to do. Sub 20 in the 200 meters, that's incredibly hard to do. Sub 9.8 in the 100 meters, quite literally unfathomable. He's the only person on the planet to have all three of those markers. You see where Usain Bolt's world record is at 9.58, Noah Lyles at 9.79, and Fred Kerley's personal best at 9.76. For context, this individual was one of the fastest men over 400 meters in 2019 at Doha, Brian Jen. He said, you know what? I'm going to drop down from the 400 and I'm going to go run the 100. He ran the 100. The entire world questioned his decision, and he got a silver medal at the World Championships that followed. An absolute phenom of a human being, the man on your screen.
Yeah, it's absolutely incredible. I mean, I just can't wait to witness this live in Las Vegas, right here at Resorts World. I mean, and all of those guys too, they're all world-class competitors. And you know, when you're competing against each other, you got to compete against good guys.
You bring out the best. And I want to remind everyone of something Brian said earlier. These athletes spent about 4 months away from their family, maybe away from their loved one, from Fred's case, away from his kids. Like, this wasn't just, oh, take all these drugs and you're guaranteed to run fast. There is also a mental, a psychological aspect of sport. I would suggest that even transcends the physical, that even transcends the body. And what we are now about to see is the combination of the physical and the mental, the crescendo of these athletes' athletic careers in a stadium that is built for this moment. JK, do not let me down. You better not.
I will do my best, because this, Isaiah, is the event. The event when you think about the Olympics, the track and field, the 100-meter dash. Matani said, almost time for the show. Be who you want to be. Well, Matani finished second to Fred Kerley in the heat. We've got Mohamedou Fall racing in this final. He did not race in the heat, as well as Reese Prescott. What are you looking at?
Listen, we have national champions, we have world champions, we have Olympic competitors. All these guys are used to being underneath the shining bright lights, but none of these guys are used to being under these parameters in terms of being able to have an opportunity to go win $1 million. These guys not only are going for the world record, but these guys are also competing against themselves. That's what people need to understand, what Enhanced Games is providing these guys the opportunity to do. Be the best versions of themselves. As long as you go out there and you compete against you week in and week out, that is the ultimate goal, and that's what we've been seeing all night tonight. Looking forward to seeing these guys perform their best.
Again, if you break the world record set by Usain Bolt in 2009 of 9.58, you will get $1 million. Now, that record has stood for a long time for good reason. Usain Bolt, when you think of track and field, it's Usain Bolt. Like, you think of basketball, it's Michael Jordan.
Right.
This is what you're trying to chase down. And, oh, by the way, Fred Kerley, he said that record's going down. So we'll see if he can back it up as we take a look at the lane assignments for this championship in the men's 100-meter.
In lane 2, Emmanuel Matani. In lane 3, Mohamedou Fall. In lane 4, Fred Kerley. In lane 5, Reese Prescott. And in lane 6, Marvin Bracy Williams.
All right, let's remember that in the heat, we had a false start by Fred Kerley. Fred Kerley is in lane number 4. And he's flanked by Mohamedou Fall and Reese Prescott.
The middle lanes are going to be absolutely in fuego. These guys, 2, 3, and 4, is going to be hot. They should all be right around each other around the 30 or 40 meter mark. The question is going to be who's going to separate themselves between 40 meters and 70 meters to be able to pull away at the end.
Under the lights.
Stand up, please. Stand up.
That was Mike Bryan had to retie his shoelace, so the runners all get out of their marks, relax, and they'll have to reset. Again, reset the mind, get yourself ready.
A little bit of strategy. Now, he did not run in the opening heat, so this is his first time running tonight. Obviously running for all the gusto. Might have been a little bit of psychological games there. We'll see how it pans out for him.
This place is silent.
Remind you that Fred Kerley is less than 0.2 of a second off of Usain Bolt's record. Can he get it?
Set.
It's a false start. Second time we had one in the heat, and now we have one in the final.
It's going to be interesting to see exactly who that was, to see what it looks like on the replay. The crowd is starting to pump these guys up. There's so much anticipation going on to see exactly. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, that was really hard to tell.
Very hard to tell. We might have to go super slow-mo on that one. You saw Mohamedou Fall there. He pulled up earlier just to kind of throttle down. See if we can see pick off. Looks like it might have been all the way down there at the end out there.
Marvin Bracy Williams.
Yeah. Now I'm talking about a split second.
It was not technically a false start. It was just a flinch. So if you grew up with a brother, that's 2 for flinching.
Absolutely. But the anticipation is continuing to build. Between the tying of the shoelaces, right? The first time they had to stand up, and now all of a sudden with the flinch, right? These guys are having to get into the blocks for the third time in this one race. And as a runner, you're thinking about the psychological aspect of it, right? You're thinking about trying to get out as fast as you can, your reaction time, and then you're thinking about your push right out the blocks, your drive phase. There's so many phases that you're being concerned about. Every time that you have to reset in the blocks is more time that you have to dedicate towards focusing on executing your mission.
A bunch of swimmers have stuck around to watch this race. And now in lane number 2, Emmanuel Matadi having some trouble with his blocks. Another false start, and you could see Mohamedou Fall saying, "Ooh, it looks like it's clean."
Frustration is building. Everybody's looking around trying to figure out exactly what's going on. Check out the replay. This one is almost impossible to tell. You see Mohamedou Fall, he didn't even push out the blocks whatsoever, immediately reacting to the start.
So with all these restarts, got to think a world record almost is out of play, because you got to guard against going for the false start. No,
there's so much that you have to be concerned about, but immediately right off the bat, as soon as you have those 2 false starts, a flinch, whatever you would like to refer to it as, now you're thinking about holding back. To your point, right? I don't want to get out too early. I'd rather play it safe than anything, right? So now we're talking about, when you're talking about splitting seconds, we're talking about 10ths of seconds being a determining factor whether or not you walk away with a pot full of gold or less. You want to make sure that you're even in a standing to be able to do so. The crowd starting to pump these guys up now.
I mean, we've had everyone just holding their breath, waiting for this race.
And to your point, everybody's watching this. The crowd is standing up. All the competitors from tonight, no matter what the sport was, out there. Everybody's out here watching this. The anticipation is high. Everybody's excited. They want to see something amazing. And I think we just might.
Again, Fred Kerley in lane 4.
Set.
And it's a clean start. Kerley, Matadi in 2 and 4, coming down the stretch. Kerley is going to take it, and Kerley's going to come in with a time of 9.98.
Kerley absolutely separated himself. He had somebody pushing him. Matadi was right there on his heels through the middle of the race. You see the disappointment there. He felt coming into this race that he had an opportunity at the world record. Final here is 9.97, it looks like. They're going to give it to him. Not the results that he was looking for in terms of the time, but the outcome in terms of his placement is still the same. You see him there, third from the left of your screen, driving. You see Muhammad Ufal is standing straight up more so. He didn't really get the drive that he wanted. He didn't get the first heat as he didn't have opportunity. See him pulling up a little bit there, but Matadi right there and Kerley really separated themselves from the rest of the crowd. Strong race, but that stride, again, covering so much ground. For every stride that he takes, Matadi's having to take two. And that's the difference when you start talking about these athletes that have the power and capabilities of them as well as the height. All the difference in the world.
All right, Fred Kerley is the winner at a time of 9.97, and he's standing by right now with Sam Quek.
Fred, congratulations, winner of the men's 100 meters race, $250,000. But you look disappointed.
Man, they got to do better than that. They need to train a little harder, get on that shit a little bit more, and go a little harder some more.
You talk about there is no one like you. What makes you different?
You saw that? A lot of false start, a lot of jumping, a lot of people don't want to run the heats and everything. They got to do better than that.
Do you think if it would have gone off first time, you could have had a shot?
I'm ready to run fast.
And who's this?
The dude about to race right now.
Are you going to race? You still got more in the tank?
Let's go.
Well, he's off to race, guys. Back to the studio.
What a race. Fred Kerley takes the win and takes $250,000. Fred Kerley just getting started. That's one of the greatest you will ever see. Hey, up next, the 50-meter